What's up, blockheads? The Stranded campaign is finished. You guys got to see exactly how I deal with all the salvage that needs to be collected. I don't feel like I spent enough time giving you guys the details on what made the builds I use work as well as they did. You deserve more, so I'm following up the gameplay part of the series with a detailed vehicle breakdown. Let me be absolutely clear, none of these builds will ever be on the workshop. You have everything to gain by experimenting with your ideas and troubleshooting problems. If you can just download Lady Hover Pants, you won't ever design your own sassy hover collector. Learning the game in campaign mode was huge for me. Designing a build to solve a specific problem was super motivating and forced a lot of experimentation. Without that early experimentation, I would have never developed the knowledge base I have now. Aerodynamics, weight distribution, buoyancy, tank steering, solving problems with hinges and pistons. The first chapter on everything I know about this game was written here. So I'll be breaking this into 3 videos, since there are more than 9 total builds covering land, sea, and air. We begin at the beginning with your first car. In Stranded, your first car may seem like there aren't many options to make it good. You're not wrong, but you're not exactly right either. Even though most of the blocks in the game aren't available, doesn't mean you can't do a lot with what you have. Hinges are your best friend here. They can be used to make a grabber, and they can be used to make suspension. In fact, they become my first choice when I need to add simple suspension to something. You also have access to all of the accessory blocks that you have unlocked. In early playthroughs, you probably won't have many, but there's a lot of gold on this map to help you get started. And of course, you want the cool looking stuff, so did I. But I'm going to show you a few that you can use as problem solvers or to take the place of structural blocks you haven't collected yet. The chrome bumper, chrome trim, and tone generator are 3 accessory blocks that have serious structural value. The chrome bumper may be the most OP. It has connections on 3 sides, so it can be used to hold things together. It also has 0 drag, so it won't slow you down. But it also won't block drag for the block behind it, so use it carefully. The chrome trim is a perfect stand-in for the flat connector block. The tone generator can stand in for a 1x2 block with connection points on 5 of its 6 sides. So save up a little gold and unlock some of these options. Once you get the magnet or tractor beam, really, tractor beam? That's what I'm supposed to call it now? Alright, I'll play along. The tractor beam makes any pusher or grabber obsolete. My upgrade looks like this. The rear magnet is an idea I got in this playthrough. I didn't use it much, but it's a nice option that we'll probably see more action in future playthroughs. Once you leave the starter island, your need for a small delivery car becomes as much about transportation around the map as it is about collecting things. So make it fun to drive and fast. To deliver the heavy salvage, you need a heavy vehicle. Mine, I call Bad Maw. Weight and traction are the key build requirements here. Honestly, this vehicle changes with every playthrough. The early game version has 2 magnets and a small hopper to carry a few small salvage blocks and a heavy one at the same time. The late game model only has the 2 magnets. I use these to keep a single heavy salvage block centered over my wheels for consistent traction, or to carry multiple salvage blocks at once. I use the monster truck wheel at first to handle the swamp environment. The monster truck wheel is very heavy and has excellent traction, but it's slow. The truck wheel doesn't have a swamp capable level of traction, but it's a lot faster. This next build is basically just a dump truck. I stuffed I think 14 small salvage pieces in here at once in this playthrough. This build may be the biggest time saver. Delivering as many blocks at once is key to a good speed run, in my opinion. Swampa Stompa doesn't represent any high-level engineering, it's just a dump truck with a lid. Don't overthink it. The design hasn't needed much improvement since the original build. I use suspension on each wheel. Be sure to adjust the stiffness to fine-tune how much flex they give you. Too much flex can result in rolling the truck over when you turn. I use four-wheel steering on most of my builds, but I reduce the angle on the rear hinges by a significant amount to keep it from rolling over when it's top-heavy and full of salvage. Okay guys, you should have all the knowledge necessary to crush the land portion of the Stranded campaign now. If you have any questions, ask them down below. In the next video, I'll be sharing all the details of my sea vehicles. The level of engineering gets a lot higher in the next one, Blockhead, so be sure to click the thing so you don't miss it. I'll see you then. Peace.